Typical day, I guess same thing. It doesn't change, you know, conditions, weather, I mean, a factor. But other than that, I mean, it's beautiful out here. There's nice days in the winter as well as the summer. Typical day, probably 6 hours out here altogether. Time I get here and all, you know, 5, 6 hours, and then rest of the day, several hours between taking care of things, you know, going to the wholesaler facility and selling my product. I've been doing it since I was probably 16, 17. Bull raking, you know, not diving, but the last 20 or so years or so, I've been mostly bull diving to quahogs and clams, depending if they're around, which they're not around as much like they used to. You know, everything's in cycles, like I said. You know, a good day would probably be 2,000 to 3,000 pieces. Oh. It's going to be hardly any seed. And a lot of stuff to take home. I buy the tanks, then you got to fill them on a regular basis, you know. Some guys use compressors. Depending on the water temperature. Just waxing the zipper. Mother's Day, usually you'll get into a wetsuit and stay in it till the water gets probably around 60 or so, a little below. And that's about it. You'd have to switch over to a dry suit. Being underwater, I like being down there as long as I'm not bored and I stay busy. I don't want to be down there if I'm not being busy picking up quahogs. One guy in particular I know, you see him and he cleans out everywhere you go, and he never goes and looks and spends the time. And I'll spend days out here sometimes, you know, in and out of the water 5, 6 times and pick up the anchor 4, 5, 6 times and still not get anything, you know, and not find anything. Where new sets, you know, everything's sets out here. You know, you got to look on the banks and different places. Some people know where to look, some people don't, obviously. But it is what it is, you know. But you can't beat the fresh air out here, you know. Nobody telling you what to do. You work your hours you want to work, you know. And when I was contracting, you got to deal with a client. You got to see if you're going to get paid. You got to chase it. You know, over here you're not doing any of that. You do your work. The harder you work, the more money you make. It's just the way it is, you know. It makes it work. It's peace of mind, and it's a good living if you work hard at it, you know. You can pay your bills and do whatever you got to do.
Listen what I say. The captain is a tyrant and I no longer obey. I'm sick of taking orders from the madman in command. So let's drop him on an island and leave him in the sand, 'cause it's a mutiny. It's a mutiny. It's a mutiny. And now we're taking over the ship. It's a mutiny. It's a mutiny. It's a mutiny. And now we're taking over the ship. Shit. Hey, mighty captain, haven't you heard what's happening here? You're no longer in control, and we're drinking up your beer. This is now a democratic, eagerly